Hi you guys, so I'm going to do a video with you guys just doing some basic makeup. A lot of ladies just got their makeup and are trying it for the first time and playing around and practicing with it. So I kind of wanted to do just a basic makeup application to help you guys, show you guys anything that you might need to know, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be using my palette and this brush here, which is probably the brush that most of you guys have started out with, and I'm going to start with my main foundation color, main highlight color, and I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to tap it into my color lightly. So you guys know that I always say less is more with this product. So you just want to make sure that you are definitely tapping lightly, and just tap once into your color and then put some product on your face. And then kind of, move it around a little bit and then maybe tap again and then do the same thing so that you're not tapping into it or swiping into it or pressing your brush really hard into it. Lightly in tapping onto it, that's all you need to get a little bit of product onto your brush. So just kind of placing it around on my face, and then we'll blend it in even more in a second. But I just kind of want to put it on and kind of have it warm up to my skin. So the cream makeup, as it sits on our skin, it warms up and kind of melts into our skin even more. So that's kind of what I'm doing at first, is just putting my main color all over. So I'm going to go into my brightening color now, which is concealer. So I have a couple different ones in here. I have a light one and then I have one that's not as light. I'm going to go ahead and use the lighter one, and I'm going to flip my brush over and I'm going to use this end, and I'm going to take some of the lighter color and I'm just going to put it in the corners of my eyes for right now. And then you can put a little bit in the center of your face just to kind of keep the center of our face light and bright, okay? Because that's where the eye kind of draws into the center of our face. So that's kind of where we want to keep the brightness. So now I'm going to go into my contour, and I'm going to go back to this end. And what I kind of do most of the time is pinch it a little bit to make it a little bit of a different shape for my contour. So I'm going to go into my contour color, and with the contour, it's a little bit of a different consistency. So in my contour, I do swipe it into my contour a little bit, tap and swipe, just to get it some onto my brush because it is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to do right underneath my cheekbones, and this is something that you're just going to kind of play around with and see where you like your contour to be for your face shape. So I'm right underneath my cheekbone, kind of on that hard surface of my cheekbone. If you take your finger, you can kind of feel it. And a lot of us actually have a shadow there anyways, so you can kind of see your natural shadow as well. So I'm going to go on this side, and then I'm just going to kind of place it under my cheekbone. And what we want is for this contour to kind of give us a cheek lift. So like I said, you're going to kind of play around with this and see where you like your contour to be, but you definitely don't want to put it too low because you don't want to drag your cheeks down, and you don't want to go too far in on your face either, okay? So if you do, then we can fix that later, but you want to keep it like halfway of the eye and up. So I'm going to take that same contour and I'm going to put some on the top of my forehead. I'm just going to put that right up there. And you can kind of play around with that too. If you have a bigger forehead, you kind of want to bring your contour down a little bit more to give your forehead a smaller look. So play around with how far you want your contour to come down. So this is just adding some dimension. And as you can see, since I've added my contour, you can already start to see the dimension that it's bringing into my face. So I don't have just one color all over my face as like the liquid foundations do. I have some dimension in my face now and some contouring and shadowing. So the contouring kind of takes the illusion back, like shadowing, and then the brightening color brings it out. So that's why we want the middle of our face to be brighter. So we can also contour around our jawbone if you kind of want to make that look a little bit slimmer. So you're just going to take that brush and then just kind of go right along your jawbone with the contour. And then what I like to do is take it and blend it down just a little bit, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines there. So we can also contour our nose to make that look slimmer. So I'm just going to take this small end, dip it into my contour. And if you see me looking behind me, I'm looking in my mirror because I can't see very well in the phone because I need my glasses and I can't put my glasses on and do my makeup. So I'm putting that right along the edges of my nose, and you want to kind of keep it as far in as possible because that's what is going to make our nose look slimmer, is the lines being close in. So then I'm going to go back with that same brush, go into my Brightening Highlight color, and I'm just going to bring the line down the center of where I just put that contour. You see that? I'm just bringing a thin line right down the center. And we can also take a little bit of our contour and put it underneath of our lip if we want, just to kind of give the lip a little bit of a fuller look right underneath. Okay, so then that is my main highlight foundation color, my brightening concealer color, and then my contour. So I haven't done my cheek color yet. So most of you probably have the basic like 4 colors. So that's kind of where I'm going to stick today, is working with just those 4 colors. So I usually like to blend everything now before I put my cheek color on, but it's totally up to you. You can go ahead and put your cheek color in the place that you want that and then blend everything at the end. So it's totally up to you, personal preference, and you guys are going to find your mojo and find what you guys like to do the best. Everybody does it differently, and that's another great thing about this makeup, is that there's no right or wrong. I mean, you can get your own routine going and you can do your application and your blending however you want to do it. It's totally up to you. So as you can see right now, I'm just kind of pressing the makeup into my face instead of doing a lot of swiping. I'm pressing it in because that kind of helps the makeup just to kind of set into my skin. So I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to kind of take away that harsh line where my contour meets my main foundation color. Just kind of blend that in a little bit. And then the same thing with my contour on my cheeks. So I'm just going to kind of blend out those lines so that there's not harsh lines. And then just maybe tap it into my skin a little bit and blend it, but I still want the contour to be there. So now I'm going to go into around my eyes here. And I'm just going to kind of blend these 2 corners to meet, if you will. So that gives me very little product under my eyes. So I can go back and add a little bit more under my eyes if I want to do that, if I feel like I didn't get enough under my eyes, enough coverage. But just remember that this is the area where we tend to have more of our fine lines. So we want to keep minimal product in that area if possible. So that is my brightening highlight color, brighten the corners of my eyes, and then just a little bit underneath. So now I'm going to blend in the lines on my nose. Again, not blending them all the way out so that they disappear, but just kind of blending and pushing, stippling, if you will, so that there's no harsh lines. So same thing up here, just kind of blending it out so that there's no harsh lines. Okay, so let's see, what's the next thing? Lip and cheek. So I really wanted to do this video for you guys earlier, but I went out to run some errands and came back. So we have a dog that had surgery last week. So she was in her crate with her cone on, and I came home from running my errands because today's my day off. Sunday, Monday's my day off. So Monday's my day to go and do my errands and all that good stuff. So I went and ran some errands, came back, and she had gotten her cone off and she got her stitches all out. So had to deal with some dog drama this afternoon. So now we got to take her back tomorrow, and she'll probably have to get more stitches. And can I just say that there's like never a dull moment in this house, never. So that's what I had to do instead of doing a video for you guys. So anyways, that was my afternoon. I hope you guys had a less stressful afternoon than I did. But it was a gorgeous day. So I'm going to use this color right here, which is Black Cherry, and see how dark that looks. So most of you guys would look at that color and go, I can't do that. That's way too dark, right? It's a gorgeous color. So this is it on my finger. So I'm just going to tap this onto my cheek. And you can use your brush for this too, but I just like to sometimes use my finger instead. So see how pretty that is on your cheek? I mean, it doesn't even look anything like the tin, right? So you kind of are amazed sometimes when you look at something online or look at something in the tin and you're like, oh God, I could never wear that. But I would say like 99% of all of our cheek colors are all like gorgeous colors that anybody could rock, and they are just, I love them all. So so this is Black Cherry, and this is a really good color for the fall too. So once I put it on with my finger, then I can go back with my brush and just kind of blend it in, tap it in. And as I said, the cheek colors are really highly pigmented. So you can go back and add some more if you want more cheek color or however you like to wear your blush. So that is Black Cherry. So you can also put the cheek color on your lips. I usually like to go with something a little bit lighter. So I have a couple different ones in here. I have my Summer Love, which I like. I have my nude, I have plum. So I think I'm just gonna do like a nude lip. So this is nude. First I'm gonna put some of our lip balm on. So I'm just gonna put that on first, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit of nude over that. And that's lip. Okay, so the other thing that I would do, which I already did actually, was my eyebrows. So you can fill in your eyebrows with your contour, which is awesome. So I just took my line brush, which is a brush that has this nice little slanted thin edge on it. So if you have a brush like that, you can use it. And I also have a spoolie on this end, which I use to brush up my eyebrows. So I just dip this right into my contour color. And then that's what I use to fill in my eyebrows, which is awesome because that's one less product that I have to worry about. I do have my little e.l.f. Eyebrow pencil here that I do like to use sometimes, but in a pinch, and when I don't feel like doing all that, then I just go right into my contour and do that. So that is a basic application. So just using those 4 colors that probably, like I said, most of you guys started out with. So, oh, and the perfector sponge too. If you guys have a perfector sponge, then definitely use that at the end if you want to kind of pick up any excess makeup. And it also helps just to kind of blend in your makeup too at the end. So definitely use the perfector sponge. And especially at the beginning, like I said, when you're first starting out, because it'll help to just kind of take away any excess makeup that could be sitting on your skin. So this, you want to run it under water, wring it out, and then wring it out in a towel so that it's barely damp when you're using it. You don't want it to be wet on your face at all, because then it will end up picking up too much makeup. So you just want it to be damp. So that is it, ladies. If you have any questions, if you need to troubleshoot anything, just reach out, let me know. I'm happy to help you with anything. If you guys haven't been color matched yet and you want to try the makeup, then just fill out my color match form. I'll put it in the comments. I'm happy to help you get started with your own colors. It's so much easier for me to color match you rather than you just going on to the website and trying to pick your own colors, because it's almost impossible to do that with the cream makeup. So that is the basic makeup application, and I just used my palette with all my extra stuff in it, which, you know, you guys will probably end up getting all the extras too, because it's so much fun to have all these extra colors. And if you need to get some more colors, then let me know and I can help you with that too. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Talk to you later. Bye.